So first question we have is on sleep, and that they're finding that their sleep routines are disrupted, and any tips on that? So over to you.
That's a really great question, Michelle. I think a lot of people have been really struggling with sleep lately because of a number of reasons. I think potentially one of the bigger challenges has been the absolute lack of scheduling and routine. And when it comes to sleep, one of the most important things that you can do for a consistent sleep every night is to make sure that you're following a schedule. So what's really important is not only to try to schedule when you're going to go to sleep, but also when you're going to get up. And part of the challenge these days with working and living all in the same place. And when it comes down to getting ready for bed, what you want to make sure of, a couple of things, is that the place that you're going to be sleeping in is nice and dark. So if you've got blackout curtains, make sure that you draw those so that you get it as dark in your room as you can, especially now that our days are getting longer and brighter. You want it to be nice and dark. And if it's still not dark enough, one of the nice tips that I like to have is to use the good old sleep mask. So put your sleep mask on, and it doesn't matter how light it is outside, but you'll be able to get a nice sleep because it's nice and dark in your room. So other than your favorite sleep mask, another really important thing for making sure that you have a good sleep is making sure that when you wake up, that you're waking up to an alarm clock and not your phone. And if you are like me and don't like too much light in your room at all, I usually cover the front of my alarm clock with a cloth so that I don't have to see the light in the middle of the night to remind me that I may or may not be sleeping. Something else to think about is making sure that you are staying hydrated during the day, because if you are not getting enough water to drink, you will potentially wake up thirsty in the night, and that's going to interrupt your sleep. And above all, one of the most important things that you want to try to do is make sure that you shut down and wind down all of your screens and devices, ideally about 2 hours before you're going to go to bed. So hit that last keystroke and then call it a day and shut your computer off and get ready for the night. One last thing to consider, Michelle, is what you're drinking during the day. So I had mentioned that making sure that you're well hydrated is important, because when you're getting dehydrated, it does lead to a sense of fatigue. But if you're tempted to reach for the espresso, it's a better idea to skip that after 2 o'clock and maybe reach for something like chamomile nights or a nice lemon ginger, or anything that's caffeine free that helps you to settle nicely to sleep without giving you any additional caffeine stimulation. So after about 2 o'clock, maybe stick to your caffeine free beverages, water, tea, and save the espresso for the morning when the alarm goes off. So there you have it. Just a couple of tips to help to create a schedule that will allow you to get back into a routine that will promote the most restful sleep that you can have while we try to sort out all of this business with COVID-19 and hopefully see ourselves getting back into a more regular routine with respect to work and life. But in the meantime, I wish all of you very pleasant dreams and good night.